Welcome in, Laker fans, to another edition of NBA Now from Chat Sports. And today we're jumping straight in to the newest Lakers news and rumors. And it all starts with one man that we've been talking about forever now, and it's Anthony Davis of the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, of course, he requested the trade back in January, so we've been talking about him since 2019 began. But we might not be talking about him for too much longer because the NBA draft is June 20th, and David Griffin wants to get a deal done before then. Now, originally the Pelicans weren't willing to deal with LA, but since then they've been talking to them and some other teams. So David Griffin, the new man in charge in New Orleans, is making it pretty obvious that he's ready to move on from Anthony Davis, and the trade package that he wants in return is becoming a little bit more clear according to Adrian Wojnarowski. He says Griffin is pursuing a combination of assets that include an all-star player, a young player with all-star potential, and two, not just one, he wants 2 first-round picks. Now, what do the Lakers have? They don't really have an all-star player that they can offer him right now, but they do have a multitude of good players that they can piece together in a nice little package. But there's some other teams that are still chasing after Anthony Davis. It's not just the Los Angeles Lakers. We already know the New York Knicks want in on it. The Brooklyn Nets want in on him now. Now they have all this cap space. They're ready to make some big moves this summer. The Nets aren't playing around. And then the other team in LA, they've at least called the Pelicans. We know these 4 teams have talked to the Pelicans about a potential deal. Now, there's other teams that are probably interested. Heck, the whole league would be interested in acquiring a top 5 player like Anthony Davis. But these 4 are the most serious. So what I've done is I've cooked up some trades for each of these teams, the best offers that each of them can give the Pelicans in return for Anthony Davis. And we're going to start out with the most important team, the only team we really care about here, and that's the Los Angeles Lakers and what they have to offer AD. Now, I think this can get it done. I really do. I think Anthony Davis and Solomon Hill to Los Angeles, and that's going to be a constant, those 2 guys. Because I think you got to put Solomon Hill in there because of his terrible contract. It's an extra little incentive. So then the Pelicans get back Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, and the number 4 overall pick. And I know that seems like a lot, but you got to give up a lot to get a lot. And you get a lot in Anthony Davis, especially if he decides he wants to sign on for more than just 1 year. Not to mention, Alvin Gentry of the Pelicans really likes Lonzo Ball. He's really interested in pairing Lonzo Ball and Drew Holiday in the same backcourt. And rumor has it that the Pelicans actually liked this offer early on before Dell Demps and the rest of the Pelicans turned it down. So again, this is all about Anthony Davis, top 5 guy. He can't stay healthy yet, but we're getting there. He's getting around to it. And the Lakers would be a team that he'd be interested in signing a contract extension with. But another team that he might be interested in signing an extension with, the New York Knicks, because they got a pretty good package they could put together as well. So of course, same 2 guys going to New York, but New York in exchange sends Mitchell Robinson, who turned out to be a star rookie this past year, Dennis Smith Jr., who hasn't developed yet, but he's still got something left on the table, and then Kevin Knox, one of the better pieces, didn't have a great rookie season, but started out hot, and then the number 3 overall pick, and that's the best asset the Knicks have to give the Pelicans. Now, the other team in New York, Brooklyn, also wants to get in on the fun, but I don't like their package as much. You send over Jared Allen, who's a great rim protector. Rodions Kurucs was a good rookie last season, and then Karis LeVert finally getting healthy again. Could be an extra piece that Brooklyn sends over to New Orleans. And then they send in the number 27 pick and the number 31 overall pick. Now, the last team I have on here, the Los Angeles Clippers. Look, I don't love this offer, but I think this makes the most sense in a deal for AD. Landry Shamet, who made the All-Rookie second team. Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams, both up for 6th Man of the Year award. But, they don't have any assets in this draft besides a late second, and their future first-round picks aren't going to be all that impressive, especially if they do land Anthony Davis. So I don't love this deal from the Clippers. However, I do love the deal from the Los Angeles Lakers. So if I had to rank them personally, if you want to hear my rankings, of these 4 teams, Lakers got the best offer. And then it's the Knicks, and then the Nets, and then the Clippers are a distant 4th. But I want to know from you guys, I want you to rank those trade offers for Anthony Davis down in the comment section below. 1 to 4, give them to me. And now I'm going to give you another rumor. Kevin Durant to the Los Angeles Lakers. Well, he's following some new Lakers on Instagram, on social media. Everybody knows rumors are flying around there on the IG. And he also followed LeBron James' wife on there. And, does that actually mean anything? I guess we're going to find out. But at this point, it actually seems like a return to Golden State seems almost unlikely. I just don't see it happening. And possibly the Lakers are a team that go out and get him. And, with all the following of these new players and LeBron's wife, maybe he's starting to make some connections here and there and starting to connect the dots. Now, of course, Kevin Durant had a great season this past year at 26 points per game, 6 rebounds, and nearly 6 assists. But the Lakers weren't the only LA personalities that Kevin Durant followed on Instagram. You can see right here it was Lonzo. JaVale McGee's been following for a little bit, but hey, he's in LA now. LeBron James is in LA now. Kyle Kuzma and then Lamar Odom, ex-LA Laker. And then you got Todd Gurley and Aaron Donald. I mean, those aren't some small-name people in the Los Angeles market, but really the 3 that matter the most are the 3 current Lakers. 3 of the young stars that the Lakers can potentially develop alongside a Kevin Durant, Lonzo Ball, and there you got their ats down there if you want to give them a follow on Instagram. I dug those up for you guys. Brandon Ingram was supposedly the baby Kevin Durant. He's in LA and he's following him now. And then Kyle Kuzma. All new following of LeBron James. But, of course, the Lakers aren't the only team interested here in Kevin Durant. I could put every single team in the NBA on this list. But the most realistic, the most serious teams following KD that are going to be chasing KD this offseason, it starts with the Warriors, even though, again, it's just unlikely at this point. The Lakers are going to be hot on his trail. The Knicks want to pair him and Kyrie Irving, of course, in New York. And then the Clippers, they'll be chasing him and Kawhi Leonard. And the Nets now, maybe they can put Kyrie and KD together in Brooklyn. But all that matters here is a potential teaming up of Kevin Durant and LeBron James. Arguably the 2 best small forwards in the game today. Now, if you put these stats together, it's absolutely nuts, almost unfair. 27 points from LeBron, 26 from KD, 9 boards from LeBron, 6 from KD, and then both of them dishing out the ball at a really, really nice rate. 8 and 6 assists coming from your 2 forwards there that are going to be handling the ball most of the time, and each of them can respectively knock down a 3-point jumper. So you look at a potential lineup with Kevin Durant in Los Angeles, and you see who I got there at point guard. It's Darius Garland. We'll get around to him in just a minute, so stay tuned for that. And then in at the 2 guard is Lonzo Ball, but don't get me wrong, he can also play the point, so change those 2 up however you like. And then a dual threat of KD and LeBron James is absolutely nuts with, of course, JaVale McGee in at the center position. And then you can bring off guys off the bench like Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma and Josh Hart. So now the question becomes, can this LA team win the 2020, I know we're about a year away from there, but the 2020 NBA Finals? Put it down in the comment section below, and if you want to tell me who you think they'd go up against in the East in that 2020 NBA Finals, which I'm predicting it's going to be the Milwaukee Bucks, put it down in the comment section below. So now let's circle back around to some draft rumors for the Los Angeles Lakers, and there he is. Darius Garland out of Vanderbilt just posted a video on Instagram working out with LeBron James. Now, why does that matter? Well, LeBron James is on the Lakers, and the Lakers have the number 4 overall pick, and they're both Clutch Sports clients. So why wouldn't they want to pair up those 2 with the same agent? Darius Garland, he was injured for most of his season at Vanderbilt. He only played in 4 full games, got hurt in his 5th. But his best game at Vanderbilt was actually really, really impressive. He put up 33 points, pulled down 4 rebounds, gave out 4 assists, and then there it is, the 5 of 8 from 3-point shooting. He's a score-first point guard, and his 3-point shot could be deadly at the next level. But it wasn't a full season. So what I did, I went out and I found his high school stats, which gives us a full look at what Garland can do when he's healthy for an entire season. Now, he actually won Tennessee Player of the Year in high school, and you can see why with these numbers at 28 points per game, 5 rebounds and 4 assists, and then played the passing lanes well at 1.7 assists per game. Again, this is a guy that got hurt. He tore his meniscus. That's definitely something that's going to be looked at by NBA teams, but at number 4, it almost feels like he could be a lock to go to Los Angeles. I'm fully convinced that LA will pick Garland if, number 1, they keep that number 4 overall pick, and number 2, if he's there, which he should be. But are you convinced that LA will be picking Garland in the NBA draft this summer? If you are, type Y in the comment section below for yes, and type in the comment section for no if you are not convinced they're going to be picking the man out of Vanderbilt. Now, the man in Golden State, Klay Thompson, is going to be joining up with LeBron James in Space Jam 2. Now, of course, Klay Thompson is the perfect secondary superstar to play alongside just about anybody. We've seen it in Golden State for quite some time now. But Golden State does want to bring him back, and if they offer him the max on day 1, he's going to return. He's basically made that known. But should they not, the Lakers are going to be the first team on his doorstep. It wouldn't be a surprise to say he wants to stay in LA. Klay's great. And if he's going to be joining up with LeBron James in Space Jam 2, why wouldn't that man start to recruit him there? I mean, you put Klay Thompson next to just about anybody, I promise you he's going to thrive. He's a defensive threat, one of the best defensive wings right now, and really one of the best two-way players right now because his game in Golden State has just blossomed. He's a three-point shooter, but he is so much more than that right now. So LeBron James and him in Space Jam, there's going to be some recruiting going on around there. But of course the Lakers and the Warriors aren't going to be the only team interested. The Clippers, wouldn't be surprised to see them try to sign him as another team in LA on the West Coast. The Dallas Mavericks will be interested if he becomes available. And down there at number 5, the Atlanta Hawks. Now, I don't give them much of a fighting chance whatsoever, but they're definitely going to be interested. So Klay's going to be the newest star in Space Jam 2. But there were some other stars in the old one. Charles Barkley there got his talent stolen by the Monstar Pound. Patrick Ewing, Larry Johnson, Muggsy Bogues, the little alien not actually stole his talent. And then Sean Bradley, the big tall man from the Dallas Mavericks, had his talent stolen from Blanco, the Monstar. That's right, I dug up all these names for you guys. Every single alien that was on the Monstars, I dug them all up for you. Pound, Bang, Bupkis, Not, Blanco. That's all of them right there. Now, some potential stars that could be in the next Space Jam. This is who LeBron wants, but apparently he's having some trouble recruiting them to actually star alongside him. Steph Curry of the Warriors, James Harden of the Rockets, potential MVP of the league. And then the other guy in MVP contention, Giannis Antetokounmpo, is going to try. They're trying to get him as well, but he already turned it down not too long ago. But he's going to keep trying. Now, if LeBron can recruit Klay Thompson during their shooting of Space Jam 2, this Lakers lineup is going to be pretty nice and pretty fun to watch as well. Again, I've got Garland and Lonzo in the same backcourt. Change those in however you want. And I know Klay Thompson is a 2-guard. I get it. He's a shooting guard. He's been playing that his entire career, but he can play the forward. He can play in a 3-guard lineup. He's really interchangeable anyway. 22 points per game from him. And then LeBron James, the star. He's going to be the focal point of any offense right there. And of course at center, who else but JaVale McGee. Now, I'm predicting it's going to be Golden State, unfortunately for the Lakers. But which team do you think will sign Klay Thompson this summer? Put it down in the comment section below, Laker fans. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.